the name of Allah, the most merciful, the most gracious, my dear students of grade 8. Peace, mercy, and blessings of Allah be upon you. Today, we are going to discuss Unit 12, Explore and Present. Let's start our lesson today with a quick revision about the last vocabulary. This is the first question to you. Try to think about this question and find a suitable answer. Astronomers study our space as well as the planets around us, motion, universe, audience, narration. Excellent. Astronomers study our universe as well as the planets around us. Let's turn to the next point. I'm not space sure that I will pass all the exams. Early, generally, entirely, ahead. Yes, excellent. I'm not entirely sure that I will pass all the exams. Let's turn to the next one. There are reports of space flooding in northern France. Widespread, advanced, suitable, remote. Excellent, widespread. There are reports of widespread flooding in northern France. Now with the last one, everybody, space, her leaving the party early, allowed, reinforced, noticed, emphasized. Everybody, excellent, noticed her leaving the party early. Now, let's start with our lesson today. How can we keep the environment clean? How can you help the environment? So, here we have 3 important points. Reuse, reduce, recycle. Reuse, reduce, recycle. How can we keep the environment clean? We should clean up all the world. How can you help the environment? Yes, there are important points we should take care about. We must save water. It's very important. Water is alive. A drop of water equals life. Also, we must save energy. We must save energy. We must plant trees. We must plant trees. We must save earth. Save earth. Now, in your student's book, page 93, let's start together studying about speaking and writing. In groups, you are gonna to start working on project 3. First, you are gonna to write a narration for the presentation your group is gonna to give. But here we should think about these questions. What should be presented first? What should be presented first? The second one, how will you make it exciting? How will you make it exciting? The third one, how will you explain each slide? The last one, what tasks will you tell your audience to do? Have your time thinking about these questions, but take care about also 3 important points. Did you gather facts from a variety of good sources? The second point, did you organize your facts into an outline? The last one, did you develop your topic with details and examples? These are a very important points during writing your presentation or narration. Now, and during writing the narration for your presentation, take care about important points of writing. How to make a good presentation. How to make a good presentation. We said at the last lesson that preparation is the most important part of making a successful presentation. When you are designing a presentation, you need to plan ahead. First, you need to decide what your presentation is trying to achieve. Select a topic that is interesting to your audience and to you. Once you have selected a topic, decide on how much information you can present in the amount of time allowed. Setting a time limit will help you focus on the content that is most important. Then you need to understand what material you have. Think about what you need to show so that your audience will understand your message. Now, with our new points today, that during the opening of your presentation, it's important to attract the audience's attention and build their interest. The body of the presentation is where you present your content. Research your content using the best sources and make sure it is suitable for your audience. Pictures and charts will help your audience to understand more. Text can help to emphasize important points. The most important part should be in your narration. Your slides should only be there to illustrate what you are going to say. Don't read your slides. And the next point is, during the conclusion of your presentation, reinforce the main ideas you communicated. The last one, and it's also an important point, remember to consider copyright. You must not use images or any other media that belong to other people. This is for presentation. But in your sales book also, uh, page 95, with writing reference and types of writing. We said that writing is done for different purposes and for different audiences. The different forms of writing are known as types of writing. A writer will choose a type depending on what he or she wishes to achieve. What sort of material is to be discussed and what kind of effect he or she wants to have on the reader. This textbook focuses on the following types. There are three types: narrative text or writing, and it is a story meant to entertain the readers. However, this doesn't mean that these stories are purely fictional. If the author tells a story based on personal experience or historical facts, it will still be considered a narrative writing. Number two is argumentative text. Argumentative text or argumentative writing. It uses evidence and facts to prove whether or not a thesis is true. It presents two sides of a single issue and covers the most important arguments for and against. Number three, expository text or expository writing, and it exposes the reader to facts. It presents information, shares ideas, and provides explanations and evidence. Some examples of expository works include magazine and newspaper articles, textbooks, autobiographies, and college essays. Expository texts may be further categorized as informative text or writing and opinion text or writing. So, when writing any of these types, you should have the following structure. The first one, introduction. Introduction, where you state that is a statement that is general idea or general ideas of your essay. Body paragraphs, where you develop the main idea or ideas with details, examples, and justification. The last one is conclusion, that where you restate your thesis statement in different words. These were the very important points about writing and types of writing and how to make a good presentation. Now you can read your presentations. Before finishing our lesson today, let's listen to the song about relative pronouns and then write down the relative pronouns.
Learning upgrade. Here we go again. Relative pronouns come after a noun. Who, whose, whom, which, that. They introduce a relative clause that tells you about the noun. The man who lives next door is a dentist. The relative pronoun is who. The relative clause is who lives next door. It tells us about the man. Relative adverbs come after a noun. Where, when, why. They introduce a relative clause that tells you about the noun. This is the store where I bought my bike. The relative adverb is where. The relative clause is where I bought my bike. It tells us about the store. Relative adverbs come after a noun. I told you so.
Now, try to write down the relative pronouns. Yes. Who, whom, whose, which, that, where, when, and why. Thanks a bunch for following me and see you in the last lesson, inshallah.